You forget where you put your keys. You walk into a room and forget why you are there. You read a page and nothing stays. You meet a new person and their name is gone in 1 minute. Sometimes you sigh and ask yourself, what is wrong with me? Do you feel like your brain is too full but still empty at the same time? Like your thoughts jump from one place to another and never slow down. You sit down to focus, but your phone blinks a noise, comes, and the moment is gone. You tell yourself that you are not good at remembering, but maybe no one ever taught you how memory truly works. Take a small breath with me, in through your nose, out through your mouth. If your eyes are tired, blink slowly 3 times. You deserve this little break. The book Unlimited Memory by Kevin Horsley has changed millions of lives. Kevin was once called slow at school, but later became a memory grandmaster who could remember 10,000 numbers of pi. His secret is simple. He learned to use his brain, not just fill it. And that is what we will do together. In this simple English story for English for beginners, we will learn step by step how to build a calm and powerful mind. Listen many times. Let it play while you cook, walk, or rest. Even if you fall asleep, your brain will keep learning quietly. Little by little, it will grow stronger without stress. Here you receive 2 gifts at once. You improve your English and you train your memory. It is a book summary in English, an audiobook summary, and a gentle lesson for your life. If you want to grow faster, join our Calm Challenge. Write your short summary of this video in the comments. When you do it within the first hour, you earn 2 points. After that 1 point. Every week, top friends receive a small gift from English Calm, made with love for hearts that learn with kindness. Now, take 1 more deep breath. Let's begin this calm journey together. Stop excuses. Start learning. Tell me, have you ever said to yourself that you just do not have time? Or maybe you often think that you always forget things and your memory is bad. Do you sometimes feel your brain is too full and too tired to learn anything new? If you said yes to any of these, you are not alone. Many good people believe these same thoughts every day. But let me tell you something gentle and true. The biggest reason people stop learning is not because they are lazy or not smart. It is because they keep repeating small excuses that sound harmless but quietly stop them from growing. When you tell yourself you have no time or that you are not good at remembering, you are not describing the truth. You are only repeating a story that makes you stop before you start. And the more you say it, the more your brain believes it. Let me explain this simply. Your brain learns best when it feels calm and focused. When you repeat excuses, your brain starts to focus on problems instead of learning. It uses its energy to worry instead of paying attention. Imagine trying to listen to your favorite song while 10 radios are playing in the same room. The song is still there, but your mind cannot catch it. When you stop the excuses, your mind becomes quiet again. That is when learning begins. Attention always comes first, and memory follows it. Thomas Edison once faced the same challenge. When he was a child, his teacher said he was slow and could not learn, but his mother believed in him. She told him he was smart and just learned differently. Because of her faith, Edison kept studying and kept trying. After many failures, he finally invented the light bulb. If he had accepted the excuse that he was not smart, our nights might still be dark. Now, I want you to try something small. Take a piece of paper and write 3 excuses you often say to yourself. Maybe you write that you are too old, too tired, or have no time. Then cross each one out. Next to it, write this instead. I just have not trained this yet. Feel that difference. It turns pressure into peace and reminds your brain that you are still learning, not failing. Here is why this works. The brain listens to your words. When you say you cannot do this, your brain stops. It believes the job is done. But when you say you have not trained this yet, your brain wakes up and starts searching for answers. One small change in words changes your direction completely. Zig Ziglar, a great speaker, once said, "You can have reasons or results, but not both." He was right. If you think about reasons, you stay still. If you think about results, you move forward. So when your mind starts listing reasons, stop and take one small action instead. Read 1 page, listen to 1 short story, speak 1 new word. Every small act builds strength for your mind. And if you are listening while cooking or waiting in line, that is okay. Take a deep breath and save this video to listen again later. Each time you replay it, your memory grows stronger. Science shows that slow, gentle repetition helps your brain build long-term memory. It is not about force. It is about steady, peaceful practice. So, let us make a promise today. Drop 1 excuse and take 1 small step. When you do that, your focus will return, your confidence will rise, and your memory will shine a little brighter each day. Change your beliefs. Change your memory. Let me share something gentle with you. What you believe becomes the voice your brain follows. When you believe that your memory is weak, your brain listens and stops trying. When you believe that you can improve, your brain listens too and begins to grow. It works in a very simple way. A belief is like a teacher for your mind. When the teacher says you can learn, your brain pays attention and remembers. When the teacher says you cannot, your brain gives up. Each time you repeat a belief, whether it is good or bad, your brain accepts it as the truth and builds from there. Think about a student who believes they are bad at math. Every time they see numbers, fear comes first. Because of that, fear, their brain refuses to focus, and they forget everything quickly. But if that same student begins to say to themselves, I can learn one small part each day, something beautiful happens. The brain begins to focus again. What was once confusing slowly becomes clear. Roger Bannister was a young British doctor and runner. People once believed that no human could run 1 mile in under 4 minutes. Even scientists and doctors said it was impossible. But Roger believed he could. In 1954, he ran that mile in 3 minutes and 59 seconds. After that, hundreds of runners did the same. What changed was not the human body, but the human belief. Roger showed the world that limits exist only in the mind. Tony Robbins is one of the most famous life coaches in the world. He has helped millions of people build confidence, break fears, and take control of their lives. He teaches that when you change one small thought in your mind, your whole life begins to move. A new belief changes how you act, how you speak, and how you remember. You can try something easy today. In the morning, put your hand on your heart and say softly that your memory gets better every day. Say it 3 times with care. Your brain listens to the sound of your own voice and begins to follow it. Then take a small piece of paper. Write one old belief that blocks you. Maybe you often think I forget names. Draw a clear line through that sentence. Under it, write a new one that says, I learn names with care and practice. When you meet a person, say their name again and notice one detail about them, such as their smile or the color of their jacket. That small moment helps the name stay in your mind. Think of a child who believes they draw badly. The child stops drawing and never gets better. One day, someone says, You have a good eye for color. The child tries again. With every try, the brain remembers more, and the hand moves better. The drawing improves because belief has changed. Henry Ford was the man who created the Ford Motor Company and made cars affordable for everyone. He once said that if you think you can or think you cannot, you are right. His words remind us that our belief decides where we go next. So today, change one belief that holds you down. Tell yourself that your mind learns fast and your memory becomes stronger each day. Take one small step to show it is true. Read one page, learn one new word, or remember one name. You will feel proud and your memory will begin to shine. Be here now. Your mind works best when it stays with one thing. Many of us try to do many things at once. We read a page, touch the phone, and glance at a message. Then we reach the end and nothing stays. When attention is split, memory has no place to land. Let me make it simple. Your brain remembers what it fully meets. If worry and noise fill the room, your brain cannot hold the lesson. Clear the noise and learning turns easy again. try a small check from daily life. Think of last night in your room. You opened a book. Your phone blinked. You kept your eyes on the page, but your mind left the page. That is why the facts slipped away. It was not you. It was the lack of focus. Before you study, pause for a short moment. Ask in a soft voice, "Why do I learn this today?" Write one short reason. I learn to grow. I learn to get better at work. I learn to help my child. A clear reason calms the mind and holds your focus steady. Now give your mind the pick rule. Purpose, interest, curiosity. Purpose is your reason. Interest is one small thing you like in the topic. Curiosity is one question you want to answer. When these three are present, your brain leans in and stays. Think of a child with Lego blocks on a small table. The child forgets the clock. The child is all in. That deep focus is not magic. It is simply one mind with one task. You still have that skill. We will wake it up. Bill Gates built Microsoft and shaped the computer world. He reads with full focus. When he reads only. No phone, no email. He often takes long reading days to think and learn. That habit of deep focus helped him see ideas that others missed. Here is a calm start you can use today. Sit with your book or lesson. Take 3 slow breaths. First breath to relax your body. Second breath to clear your mind. Third breath to choose one task. Tell yourself, I will stay with this for 10 minutes. Set a simple timer. When the timer ends, stand up and stretch. Then start another short round if you wish. Your brain is like a camera set to take a clear shot. It needs a still hand and one target. When you move it fast, the picture turns blurry. When you hold still, the picture is sharp. Focus works the same way in learning. Add 2 small health touches while you learn. If your mouth feels dry, sip water now. Water helps your brain stay awake. If your eyes feel heavy, blink slowly 3 times. This keeps your eyes fresh and your head clear. For busy moments in New York or Los Angeles, keep learning light. If you wait in a line at Costco, play this lesson with your phone face down. Listen only. Each replay builds a stronger path in your mind. Slow repeats beat force. This is how long memory grows. A few quick steps to practice. Write your reason at the top of the page. Put your phone in another room for 10 minutes. Read one page with full attention. After the page, say one key point out loud. Then write one short note. These tiny steps lock the lesson in place. If you'd like a small push to start, drop the first letter of your main goal in the comments. Let it remind you of why you learned today. When you are fully here, time feels kind. You remember more with less effort. The page stays with you. The lesson becomes yours. presence is not hard. It is one choice made again and again. Choose one thing, one breath, one moment, then watch your memory grow. C method. Turn what you learn into pictures. There is a simple but powerful way to help your brain remember better. It is called the SEE method. The word SEE stands for senses, exaggeration, and energy. Each word has a clear meaning, and together they explain how your memory truly works. First, senses means using your eyes, ears, nose, mouth, and hands when you learn. Your brain remembers what it can see, hear, smell, touch, or taste. For example, when you think about the ocean, you can almost hear the waves, see the blue water, and feel the wind. That is why you remember a beach trip much better than a list of words. The more senses you use, the deeper the memory becomes. Second, exaggeration means making the picture bigger, funnier, or stranger than real life. When something looks unusual, your brain wakes up and pays attention. You can forget what is normal, but you never forget what is funny or strange. If you want to remember the word apple, imagine a giant apple rolling down the street or talking with a deep voice. That funny picture will stay in your mind much longer than the word itself. Third, energy means giving life to your pictures. Let them move, talk, or shine. Your brain likes motion and emotion. When a picture has energy, it connects to your feelings. This is why movies are easier to remember than textbooks. Your brain does not love dry words. It loves color, sound, and emotion. Now let me tell you a short story. When my grandfather was a little boy, he was very obedient and always listened to adults. One day, his father asked him to buy some wine from a small shop near their house. The shop owner had a Chinese name that was very hard to remember. My great-grandmother laughed and teased him, saying, "Remember his name carefully. His name is this, not that," using two names that sounded almost the same, one of which was very funny. My grandfather kept repeating the correct name while walking, but when he tripped on a small rock, he got confused and forgot the right one. When he arrived at the shop, he said the wrong name loudly. Everyone laughed until tears came out. From that day on, he never forgot that shop again. That story shows how humor and emotion make memory stronger. When you add color and laughter to what you learn, your brain holds it longer. Kevin Horsley, a memory expert from South Africa, remembered 10,000 numbers of pi using the SEE method. He turned each group of numbers into bright, funny pictures. Because each picture had movement and feeling, they stayed in his mind for years. Albert Einstein once said that imagination is more important than knowledge. He meant that pictures and ideas stay longer in our minds than facts alone. Try this today. choose 5 new words. Make one picture for each. Add color, sound, and motion. Imagine them before you sleep, and again when you wake up. You will remember them easily and feel proud of your progress. Your memory grows when your mind feels alive. So always learn with your senses. Make your pictures fun and fill them with energy. Memory attachment methods. There are many ways to make your memory stronger. All of them are fun and simple. When you turn new information into pictures, your brain wakes up and remembers more. Let's look at some of the best ways to do this. The car method. Imagine your car as a small memory world. You can use 10 parts of your car to store 10 things you want to remember. Start from the front and move to the back. For example, the hood, the lights, the windshield, the doors, the seats, the steering wheel, the mirrors, the trunk, and the roof. If you want to remember 10 English words, put one on each car part. Imagine a big red apple sitting on your car's hood. Picture a glass of milk spilling on the seat. Make it colorful and funny. When you walk around your car in your mind later, the pictures will appear one by one. Why does it work? Because your brain remembers pictures and order better than plain words. When you connect new words to a place you already know, your brain finds them faster later. It is like using folders on your phone. Each part of your car becomes one folder for memories. You can even use this to remember your grocery list. Eggs on the hood, bread on the seat, rice in the trunk. It sounds silly, but you will never forget them. The body method. Now, imagine using your body the same way. You can use 10 body parts to place 10 memories. Start from your head and move down to your feet. Let's say you are learning English words again. You can put the first word on your head, the next one on your eyes, the third on your nose, the fourth on your mouth, and so on until your feet. If the first word is rain, imagine your hair getting wet. If the next word is flower picture, a flower growing out of your ear. The sillier the picture, the stronger the memory. Your body becomes your memory map. This method works because your brain knows your body better than anything else. You have lived with it since birth. So, when you walk through these body parts in your mind, each word comes back naturally. The pegging method. Pegging means connecting each number with a small picture or rhyme. For example, 1 is bun, 2 is shoe, 3 is tree, 4 is door, 5 is hive, 6 is sticks, 7 is heaven, 8 is gate, 9 is line, 10 is hen. Now, if you want to remember 10 items, you link each one with the rhyme. If your first word is book, imagine a book inside a hot bun. If the second word is dog, see a dog running with a shoe in its mouth. This works because the brain loves sound and rhythm. Rhymes make it easier to recall things later. That is why we can remember songs from our childhood, but forget what we studied last week, the memory palace loci method. This is one of the oldest and most powerful techniques. You walk through a place you know very well, like your home, your school, or even your favorite park. Imagine walking through that place in your mind and placing one piece of information in each spot. Maybe you put sun on the front door book, on the sofa cat on your bed, and coffee on the table. Later, when you walk through that place in your mind again, the words will come back automatically. Your brain remembers location very strongly because it was built for survival. We are designed to remember where things are. This method was discovered long ago. A Greek poet named Simonides used it after a terrible accident at a banquet. He was able to remember exactly where everyone had been sitting by visualizing the room in his mind. That was how the idea of the memory palace was born. Even today, memory champions use this method to memorize hundreds of numbers or words in perfect order. The linking method. This method connects all your information into one short story. Instead of memorizing separate items, you turn them into a simple chain of pictures. For example, if you want to remember these words, cat milk, rain, flower shoe, you can create a funny story. The cat drank milk in the rain, then sat on a flower wearing a shoe. Because stories have action and emotion, your brain keeps them longer. You do not need to memorize each word separately. The story helps them stick together like friends holding hands. Let's say you want to remember a shopping list. You can use your car or your body. Eggs on the hood, bread on your hands, milk on your seat. When you walk around your car in your mind or look down at your hands, you will recall them all. It is simple, fast, and fun. Every time you use a little creativity, your brain grows stronger. Every day, choose one of these techniques. Practice with only TWO English words. Do not try to do too much. You can start with the car method today, the body method tomorrow, and the memory palace the next day. Use imagination, sound, color, and motion. Do it before sleeping, then again in the morning. You will notice your memory improving, and you will feel proud of how easy it becomes to learn new words. Long ago, Simonides survived a building collapse during a dinner. Everyone else was lost, but he could still tell where each person had been sitting. He simply closed his eyes and walked through the room in his mind. This is how he found the idea of the memory palace. His story reminds us that memory is not about intelligence. It is about using imagination. When you can see information, you can keep it forever. Your brain is like a beautiful museum. Every picture you make becomes one piece of art inside it. The more you fill it with color, sound, and emotion, the richer it becomes. So start today. Make your brain a picture museum. Turn words into images, lessons into stories, and learning into joy. Always remember this. Your memory becomes stronger every time you imagine with love. How to remember names fast. Your name feels like a warm song to you. When someone says it with care, your heart opens. I want you to keep names with that same care so your days feel softer and more close. Do you forget names right after you hear them? Do you smile and hope no one asks again? It is normal. No one taught you a simple way. I will step by step. First, give full attention. Look at the face for one calm second. Keep your phone away. Hear the name like a bell. Say the name back in a kind voice. Nice to meet you, Maria. This tells your brain the sound matters. Next, make a clear picture in your mind. Your brain keeps pictures better than plain words. Add small details. Add a little fun. If the person is Mr. Baker, see a white baker hat on his head at a small cafe on Main Street. If the person is Rose, see a red rose near her hair as you stand at a bus stop in Queens. Silly helps the memory stick. Now, link the name to one real detail. Pick the glasses, the smile, the jacket, or the place. Say a short line in your head. Rose with blue glasses, Baker with a tall hat. Use the name once more before you part. It will feel warm, not strange. Children do this with ease. A child meets a friend named Lily. Lily means flower. The child thinks of a small white flower on the friend's hair. The name stays like glue because the picture is simple and kind. Many leaders train this skill. Bill Clinton was a United States president. He was famous for greeting people by name years later. He would listen with full focus. He would repeat the name. He would link it to a small story in his mind. You can learn the same habit. Here is why this works. The brain loves color, sound, and feeling. A name by itself is thin. A name with a bright picture and one true detail feels like a tiny movie. Your memory keeps tiny movies with ease. Dale Carnegie taught people skills for many years. He said a person's name is to that person the sweetest sound. When you say a name with care, you give a sweet sound. Use this in daily life. In a New York coffee shop, the barista says her name is Lily. See a white lily drawn on the cup in her hand. In class in Houston, your new friend says he is Jack. See a small Jack card in his pocket while he smiles. Say the names once with care. You will feel a gentle bond. Try a short plan today. Think of 5 people you know. For each one, make a simple, funny picture that fits the name. Walk through those 5 pictures while you brush your teeth or ride the subway. Tomorrow, add 5 more. Keep it light and kind. Meet one new person today. Look, listen, repeat. Make one bright picture. Link it to one real detail. Use the name one more time. Do this for 1 week. Your memory will grow. Your ties will grow too. This is simple English for beginners, yet it works for all of us. How to remember numbers. Have you ever watched TV or read about people who can remember hundreds of numbers. Maybe you saw someone on a game show repeat a long list of digits without missing one. Did you ever ask yourself, how can they do that? Why can't I remember even a few? Let me tell you a secret. Those people are not born special. They use a simple trick that anyone can learn. They turn numbers into sounds and then into pictures. That trick is called the major system. It helps your brain because your brain does not love numbers. It loves pictures, colors, and sounds. When numbers become pictures, your brain holds them like small stories. Let's learn how it works. Each number has one main sound that connects to it. When you understand this, you can make words from numbers, and then you can make pictures from words. For example, the number 2 sounds like N. Look at the small letter N. It has 2 straight legs, 2 lines, number 2. So your mouth connects 2 with the sound N. The number 3 sounds like M. Look at the small letter M. It has 3 little legs, 3 lines, number 3. That's why 3 goes with the sound M. The number 4 sounds like R. Say the word 4 slowly. The last sound you hear is R. That's why 4 goes with R. Now, when you join these sounds, you can make small words, and each small word can become a picture. That picture will help your brain remember the number. Let's try an easy one. The number 39. 3 gives you M, 9 gives you P. Put them together and you get map. Now, imagine a big colorful map on your table in a small cafe in New York. You sip your coffee, look at the map, and smile. Every time you hear 39, you will remember that map because your brain remembers what it can see and feel, not what is dry or cold. Now take 22. 2 gives N. Another 2 gives another N. Put them together, Nana. That sounds like banana. Imagine holding a bright yellow banana. You peel it, you laugh, you take a bite. It's sweet and funny. Now you will never forget the number 22 again. That is the power of the sound code. When you make words from numbers and pictures from words, your memory wakes up. Your brain starts to connect numbers with stories, and stories are easy to remember. A man named Kevin Horsley from South Africa used this same method to remember 10,000 numbers of pi. He didn't see numbers, he saw pictures, and each picture was full of color and life. That's why he could recall them all. So next time you study or need to remember a phone number, don't just look at the digits. Turn them into sounds. Turn sounds into words. Turn words into pictures. See the picture, feel it, and smile. That's how numbers stay in your heart and mind forever. Art in memory. How to remember with creativity. Do you know why some students can remember a list of 20 words while others forget after 5 minutes? It is not about how smart you are. It is about how you see the words in your mind. Our brains do not like plain, flat pictures. They like funny, colorful, and moving ones. And that is why creativity is the real key to memory. Let's play a small game. If I say the word elephant, what comes to your mind right now? Maybe a big gray animal, right? Now change it. Picture a huge elephant walking in high heels and holding a cup of coffee in one hand. You laughed a little, didn't you? That laugh means your brain just made a strong memory, and the more creative the picture is, the longer it stays. Even Picasso said, "Every child is an artist." He was right, children. Remember things so well because they imagine everything. If you tell a child the word apple, they might imagine a red apple with a big smile and small eyes dancing on the table. It sounds silly, but their brain will never forget it. Here is a secret most adults forget. Logic makes us understand, but imagination makes us remember. That is why Tony Buzan said, "Learning is a creative act. When you learn, you are not just reading, you are painting pictures inside your mind." Let's try this with something you use every day, your password. Instead of trying to remember random letters like B7 star, imagine a little bear with sunglasses dancing under 7 shining stars. Can you see it? That image will stay in your head longer than any note on your phone. Now, let's do a quick practice together. Take one English word you learned today. Maybe it is book. Picture a book jumping off your desk and shouting, "Hey, read me now." Or if it is rain, imagine each raindrop wearing headphones, listening to music, and tapping on your window like tiny drummers. It is fun, right? That is how your brain learns best, through emotion and play. When you study in a group, it is even more powerful. You can each pick one word and create the craziest story together. Maybe one person's cat flies a plane and another person's banana sings opera. You will laugh, and that laughter helps your memory grow stronger. Always remember this simple truth. The more creative you are, the faster and deeper your memory becomes. One sentence to remember: creativity does not just make learning fun, it makes learning unforgettable. Repeat to remember. Do you remember the funny pictures we made in your mind in the last lesson? Those pictures can help you remember for a short time, but to remember for life, you need something else. That thing is practice. Real, honest, quiet practice. Your memory is not magic. It is like a muscle. If you stop using it, it becomes weak. If you train it again and again, it grows stronger every day. Just like your arms when you go to the gym, your memory also needs daily exercise. Some people think memory masters are born special, but the truth is, they are just disciplined. They practice again and again until remembering becomes easy. Think about medical students. They must study the same words thousands of times to remember every part of the human body. They do not rely on luck. They rely on habit. Here is something many people never realize. Your brain learns through spaced repetition. That means you do not study once and forget. You review again after 10 minutes, 1 day, 1 week, and 1 month. Day. Each review makes the connection in your brain stronger, just like adding one more layer of paint on a wall. Arnold Schwarzenegger, the famous bodybuilder and movie star, once said that success is about repetition. He built his body by lifting weights every single day. No one can do it for him. The same rule works for your memory too. You cannot build it in 1 day, but you can make it powerful with small, steady steps. Let's make it simple. Write down 2 English words today. Review them 3 times a day, morning, afternoon, and night. You will be surprised how easily they stay in your mind. If you keep doing this for 21 days, your brain will create a new habit. And after 30 days, you will feel a big change. Remembering becomes natural, almost automatic. Brian Tracy, one of the most famous motivational teachers, once said that discipline is the bridge between goals and accomplishment. It means discipline is what takes your dream from your mind into your real life. Without discipline, even the best idea disappears. Think about it this way. Every time you review what you learned, you are not just repeating words, you are building your future memory. Your focus today becomes your power tomorrow. So, if you are still here listening, you already have strong willpower. Give yourself a small hug in your heart. You are growing step by step. And now, I want you to do one small thing. Say in your mind one habit you want to build. Maybe learning 10 words every day. Maybe reading 5 pages before bed. Now make a promise to yourself that you will keep doing it. Only one habit, one promise, but it will change everything. You did a brave thing today. You trained your mind with care. You learned simple tools that work in real life. You also learned English in a calm way. This is a simple English story and a book summary in English, and it is also your audiobook summary time with me. Here is the big picture in plain words. You dropped excuses and took charge. You built new belief. You chose focus. You turned ideas into pictures with SEE. You used friendly methods like body car linking and a small home in your mind. You learned how to keep names. You learned how to dress numbers with sounds and words. You added fun and art. Then you set a plan for repeat and review. This path is how strong memory grows. Let me leave you with a gentle line to hold. Memory is not a thing you own. Memory is a thing you do each day. When you do it with love and order it blooms. Think of a near day that is close to now. You walk into a test or a team talk. Your hands feel steady. Your breath stays slow. The facts come when you call them. You speak with a warm smile. People nod because you sound clear. That day, is not far. It is the result of small steps done often. I want to hear from you. Write one thing you want to remember well. It can be a name, a phone number, or 10 new words. I will guide you in the next video with the best method for your choice. Thank you for giving time to your own growth today. If your eyes feel dry, blink 3 slow times and take 1 sip of water. Save this video and listen again later. Each replay is a kind review for your brain. See you tomorrow so we can train the brain together one calm day at a time. May you carry an open mind, a kind heart, and a memory without limits. This is English Calm, a channel built with care. Comment your country or just the first letter. We truly value every word. Thank you for being here. See you in the next story.